What's up, everybody? My name's Jurque, and welcome to Firewatch. Now, this game actually came out right at a year ago, and that's why I wanted to play it, kind of as an anniversary commemoration. Now, I haven't watched it. I think when it first came out last year, I watched about 5 minutes of somebody's gameplay, the first 5 minutes of it, but then I stopped because it looked so interesting that I knew that I would play it eventually, and I didn't want to ruin it for myself. So, and now I've forgotten everything that I saw, so I really don't know anything about it. All I know is that it is like a mystery adventure game and it got great ratings, basically all 9s and 10s out of 10s. So before we get into it, I don't know much about it other than that, but I do know that it went over so well that they're planning on making a film out of it. Now, I don't know if it is like a short film or a long film or what step of the process they are currently in, but I thought that was a pretty cool thing about it. Now, we will start a new game, and it actually has a decent movie studio that actually supposed to be making it. It's the people that made Neighbors and Neighbors 2 and a few other movies. New game, choose a city. Okay, Boulder, Colorado, 1975. Alright, so this takes place in the past then. Like, you see Julia. Okay. Hey, Julia. Oh, I guess I need to click the words. Okay. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You were drunk. Ugh. So what's your, major, or you're pretty? Now, if I wasn't drunk, I feel like saying you're pretty would be the smart choice. But I don't think any girls really want a drunk guy going up to me like, you're pretty. So, I think I'm actually... Or maybe she'll find it flattering. I don't know. It could go either way. But, I'm actually going to ask her what her major is. You slur the word major and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours? She asks. She sniffs the air. Toxicology? Was that a burn, you ask? She says definitely. Worried she hurts your feelings, she asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you're Julia's boyfriend. Well, that went pretty fast, but that's nice. Okay. Okay, so now I'm in an elevator. Alright. Can I move? Okay, use objects, backpack. I'll pick up the backpack. Okay, cool, I have arms. What else is in here? I don't see anything behind me. Oh, so we've reached the floor. Okay. Oh, okay, so we're moving around now. Alright. Can I use a fire extinguisher? I don't think I would need the fire extinguisher. I'm guessing I'm supposed to go to the truck, so that's what I will do. Get in. Can I put the tailgate up? Okay, I should probably load my gear first. So, I'm just gonna throw that up there. Wait, did I have a ring on my hand? You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the case in any great relationship, I guess. You move in, you share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Sitting on the deck, sit with a mountain, that sounds really nice. I love the mountains. Julia wants to get a dog. Okay, we'll get her a dog then. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking the dog. I love shepherds, but I also think beagles are just the cutest. And I don't know if this is going to come back to bite me, but she really loves the little beagle, and so I'm gonna get her the beagle. Hopefully she won't get attacked going to class or anything. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him too. Dogs really are good. Like, personally, I love Dachshunds. I love little wiener dogs so much. 1979. Okay, so it's been 4 years. You talk out on the deck. It's summer. 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some, a couple little idiots. One day, why rush? That would be pretty good. Okay, so you were already in your 20s 4 years ago. Now you're hitting your late 20s, if not close to early 30s. And she's a professor. I don't know what we do as a job, but she seems pretty rooted and kind of like you seem like you're doing pretty good. I mean, I don't want to mess up the relationship. Not saying kids mess up the relationship, but it definitely will change the relationship for good. But kids are great. Personally, I mean, I love kids. But, I'm going to say that would be good. I mean, why not? Everything seems to be going pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. I agree with that. Not saying you can't be good parents out of wedlock, but I definitely think that it sets a good example for the kids to be married also. I definitely just saw a ring on my hand, so I'm guessing that I'm thinking back. Wow, this looks absolutely beautiful. Holy cow. I mean, no, it's not like a AAA title detail, but just the way the art style has been made and the colors. This is incredible. Thoroughfare Trailhead. Do not forget to check in. Warning, you're in the country. Learn to live with bears. No fireworks. Not recommended for inexperienced hikers. Oh yeah, that was another thing I forgot. You work here, I'm guessing. I mean, you work at a watchtower I can't think of the word. Kind of like a park ranger type thing, but you work here at this park, and well, it's called Firewatch. That's what you're doing. You're watching out for fires. 1980. So it's been another year. It's a Thursday night, and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. I don't want to get mad. I mean, personally, I don't know what I would do. I don't know. One, my wife would never come home late drunk, especially without telling me where she's at or why she's late. So I don't really know what I would do. Personally, I don't like confrontation. So I would probably ignore her, even though always ignoring the problem isn't the best thing, because eventually you will need to talk about it. But that might be something better put off till the next morning, where you both have a fresh minds and clearer heads. Because fighting when you're tired and angry and she's drunk, that's not the best time to settle an argument. So I'm going to choose to ignore her for now. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. I mean, that's understandable. I think we all would like to say that we wouldn't do that, but I think that's kind of the honest truth, that we all would be in that. I mean, she didn't tell you what she was doing or why she was late, and she doesn't really try to apologize or make up for it. I'm not saying she had to, but I feel like you would hold a grudge because of that, a little bit. 1981. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like He-Man. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. I'm gonna pose and flex like He-Man. Ugh. Look at this, baby. How do you like these muscles? You look awesome. Okay, to you probably do. To her, you probably look silly. Oh, I thought I was falling off a cliff. Wow. Oh my gosh, this looks so beautiful. Now it's sunset, the shadows are moving, the grass. Wow, this really makes me want to... Well, it makes me want to go to Colorado. Or at least to somewhere where there's mountains and a hiking trail, because there is not that anywhere close to where I live, personally. But I do love the mountains. I've been to them a few times. I've been skiing a few times, and that is just great. Two Forks Fire Lookout. Okay. 8 miles! Holy crap! Do I do this every day? Spacebar to climb over obstructions. Alright. I'll just hop over this log. And I'm just... Whoa, look at that sun. It's bright. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. Oh, the little beagle. Oh. There's a festival in town that brings folks from far away places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. That's not good. Bucket gets kicked. Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. So do you scare him away or do you beat him in his face? Well, he kicked my dog and he scared my wife. But how am I going to scare him away? I would love to punch him in his face, but did it say that he had a knife or a gun, or did it just say a mugger tries to attack you? Because, well, clearly I'm alive in present day, so he's not going to kill me. So I'm going to try to go on the offensive and protect my stuff. I mean, my dog and my woman. Not my woman like that, but like, I mean, I want to protect her. I love her. So your arm gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay, you don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. That's probably the best decision. Hey, I mean, I would cry too if I got sliced up by a knife. I mean, that's... And just that feeling of... Yeah, you save them, but you would still kind of have that helpless feeling. Like you might not could have prevented it, but guys kind of feel like they're responsible for stuff like that. 1984. Okay, so it's been almost 10 years since you met. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Oh, so and it's been 6 years since you've talked about kids and having them. You're definitely in your 30s now. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job. Agree if she commutes back and forth. I wish I could move with her. I mean, I want to support her. I mean, if this is what she's wanted to do. But if I convince her not to take the job, then she'll have resentment against me. And I don't want to hold her back, but clearly I don't think we're married yet either though. But we've been together for 10 years, and we want kids. But at the same time, if she takes a job that far away, that's going to put a damper on the kids. Like, it's going to make it hard. But I don't know what she wants more. But, I wish I could move with her, but if she wants to go, then I'll agree if she at least will commute back and forth. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that will be hard, but she'll do it if you don't want to move. You tell her not to pass it up if that's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. That is hard. I mean, that's basically like once a month. Which is hard. Me and my wife, we dated for 2.5 years or so before we got married, and we lived an hour and a half apart. Like, that even was hard. But living literally on opposite sides of the country, only seeing each other like once a month, that would be so much harder. 1985, Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. I mean, I think she will need help, but if it's the first time, is it enough to get that serious, or should you just try to make her laugh and try to get over it? Cause will she get on the defensive if I tell her I want to talk to someone about it, even though I'm just looking after her? I think maybe we should talk to someone about it. I mean, if it was bad enough for her to get sent home on paid leave, maybe it is bad enough to go talk to someone. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both decided to keep it a secret for now. Okay, so we're not in our 30s. She's 41 now, which is probably, it's getting too late to be having children, at least safely. I mean, mid to late 30s is even getting more and more dangerous. So I don't know if there's anything around here that I can pick up. I don't know if, okay, so I can't even turn all the way around. I can't move, so yeah, I've got to pick up my journal. And we did get married, I'm guessing. Is that me? Is that was that me being He-Man? Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. Yeah, Bucket would be, what, maybe like 6 to 8 years old now? Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Yeah, that's not good. Some days you get the Julia who called you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you in bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic believing her dad is at the door. Wow. I mean, it's probably been, what, 20 some odd years since her dad could possibly been at the door. But you tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. This is not good. This is sad. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel the nurse. He suggests that Julia should live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility, or you're determined to take care of her by yourself. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'm still working at this park even at this point. But I would never want to move my wife into, or even girlfriend, fiance that I've been with for over 10 years. I would never want to move them into a full-time care facility unless there was absolutely no other choice. Because what about the days where she does remember stuff? Then she's just going to be miserable. So I'm going to try and take care of her by myself. Oh my gosh, this just looks so great. Can I move now? Yeah, okay. I don't know if I need to go back that way, or I guess I'm just going to carry on forward. I don't know if there are collectibles in this game for me to get or not, but it's mainly, it is an adventure story, and it's telling quite a story right now. Oh wow, look at the deer. Oh, is it going to run away? Come here, buddy. No, don't run. Oh, he's so graceful and elegant. It is impossibly hard. The worst is when you get mad at her, like when she tries to cook her own food. You can't do anything without her, and she can't do anything without you. That is hard. When she goes to sleep, you stay awake for a few hours, drinking on the deck, watching baseball in the summer and college basketball in the winter. Drinking then too. Well, I'm drinking a lot. You start going out after you put her to bed. The first time you do it, you worry about her getting up and walking around while you're gone. You put a chair in front of the bedroom door. You trust that she sleeps like a rock. That's the thing. Like, what if she wakes up and she does know what's going on still? Or is she past that point? Like, she just doesn't really know what's going on ever. If that's the case, I mean, she needs to be able to use the bathroom. Unless it's connected to the bedroom. But putting a chair in front of the door, it's like she's a little child. I mean, what if something happens? What if the house catches on fire? But at the same time, what if she gets out and goes into the street or gets into the car and drives? I mean, if I'm only going to be gone for an hour or two, it might not be the nice thing to do, but I'm going to put a chair in front of the bedroom door. I don't know. You go to the same bar at the boring end of Pearl Street. It's nice there. Over time, you tell Sheila, the bartender, everything. It's a huge weight off. You're home and in bed by 1 a.m. a couple nights a week. You look forward to those nights. Don't let me have an affair with her, though. 1989. One night you're stopped at a DUI checkpoint. You blow a .10 and are taken to jail for the night. You consider trying to hide it, but you tell your sister-in-law, Susan. Somebody's got to go. That chair is under the door. You've got to go. You've got somebody to go see her. Julia's parents take the next plane from Australia. They can't believe the state your house is in. Then they tell you Julia is coming to live with them. You don't argue. You say that you'll visit soon. A few weeks go by. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. Maybe you take it. So now, I guess, I am here. Working at the fire station. Not the fire station, but the watchtower. So what was I doing all of this time to make money? I don't believe that it ever said. But I don't know where I was getting the money from because she wasn't working. And yet, her family... And how is her family able to fly back and forth from Australia so much? That's not cheap. Enter the lookout tower. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at that moon. Like, I would work here. If I could just come out here and just see this and just come up here to the top of the tower and just stare at the moon all night. I mean, it might not be as glamorous as I'm making it out to be, but there's just something about being out here, seeing just the atmosphere, the mountains, the surroundings, the sky. I mean, you can't see all the stars like that when you live in town or in a city. Let's open the door. Turn on the power. Alright. Turn on the generator. This is a nice, cozy little place.
Hello,
I mean...
Two Forks Tower.
Hello?
Two Forks Tower, this is Thoroughfare Tower. Come in.
Hold left shift to activate radio. Okay. Oh, okay. Hello? Oh, release.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
Hey,
So,
Delilah.
what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I just sleep
Being
forever?
defensive.
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Nobody came back home and can stand you. You're rebelling against mom. You've killed 3 ex-husbands.
You're just gonna wait me out on this?
No.
Fine. But I'm gonna take a second here and have a guess about you.
Alright, go ahead.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you. But 9 times out of 10, folks out here simply got dumped.
Ooh.
Huh,
Not
is that it?
Close?
quite.
Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the job.
Well, alright, well, that is the beginning. Now we are on day 1. I seem to be off to a great start with Delilah. And, yeah. She seems like she's just going to be the best, like, the highlights to my days here at work.
Good morning, Henry. Well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
Alright, guys. Well, that is actually where I'm going to end this episode. I'm all out of time. I will be doing more of these consistently. What I'm doing, I'll probably be changing up my upload schedule for the week that this is coming out. I'm recording this ahead of time because in a couple of weekends I'm going to be out of town for a while. So instead of having a different game out every day like I have been doing for the past couple of months, this is actually going to be, I'm going to try to do this whole series in a week. So this will probably be what's coming out every day. So I hope that you enjoy. This is the start of a new wonderful adventure. Hopefully. It pulls on your heart. It started off sad, and I'm guessing that Julie, or Julia, whatever her name was, my wife or girlfriend, she is still alive, but she's off in Australia with her parents. So I guess the clues and the mysteries that surround this place are going to somehow tie back into my personal life. So I am excited to see where this takes us. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like down below and subscribe to my channel. Click the annotations to check out some other stuff that I've done. And let me know in the comments if there's other games that you'd like to see me play and do. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.